Hello everyone, Pallytum here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Didn't feel like putting my face on the screen today because, man, I look rough. Trying to fix my sleep schedule, and let's just say that it's off to a rocky start. Li-Ming has been released into the game today, yesterday, and I played her all day on a live stream. She was a lot of fun. I had a lot of success with the character. And I wanted to show you the build that I would recommend if you were jumping in for Li-Ming for the first time, rather. We'll go with whatever came out of my mouth. We are going to be going for Astral Presence at level 1. Li-Ming's abilities are Q, Magic Missile. This allows her to fire 3 projectiles. God, words! Here we go. We're going to nail all the words from here on. Projectiles that converge on a single location. You determine this location by moving your cursor around. Isn't it crazy? Your W ability is called Arcane Orb. This sends out a very large projectile that gets increasing damage as it travels along its path. So the further away a target is, when you hit them, you will deal more damage as opposed to an up-close target. And then our E ability is a very, very small teleport, which allows us to, as of right now, basically just get out of the way of projectiles. It's nothing that's too big of a deal. It's not much of a gap closer. Like, we can go over this wall if you want, and that's about it. That's about it. We are going to have a pretty hard time versus a Lunara here. We're both pretty squishy characters, but if I miss a skill shot, Lunara is going to be able to punish me really, really hard. So I'm just going to continue to try to safely poke at range and deal with her. The friendly team: Li-Ming, Rexar, Abathur, Karazim, and Rhaegar. The enemy team: Nazeebo, Li-Ming, Leoric, Rhaegar, and Lunara. You may notice that I'm basically the only damage on our team, so if I die in one of these team fights, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Well, luckily for us, this build is actually pretty durable and able to pull off some pretty incredible things. Plus, we have 2 supports on our team, which should be able to keep me alive, and the Abathur top hat on Misha should actually be pretty strong as well, as long as the Rexar is able to micro his bear properly, who just died. Actually, look at that. That's unfortunate. I love Misha. She's my soulmate. Our trait is called Critical Mass. Whenever we assist in a kill or secure a kill ourselves, our cooldowns will be reset. And this allows us to do some pretty incredible things as far as outputting damage in the middle of a team fight. It's kind of a slow thing, you know. You have decent cooldowns. They're not crazy long or anything, but you kind of start poking away at the enemy team, and then all of a sudden you start to get an assist. And then that assist resets all of your cooldowns, and then you're able to do a ton of damage to just everyone around you whenever you want to deal that damage. We are about a level behind here, which is going to be a little unfortunate at the start of this. The team doesn't respond to this at all, so I wasn't going to worry about really interrupting that. Rexar and Abathur. Well, Abathur, of course, doesn't have to come down, but Rexar is up in the top lane. And I don't see anyone opposing him up there, so it looks like he just didn't come down. That's one of the things that's fine to do, but you should convey to your team. You should definitely coordinate. Hey guys, we're a little behind on XP. I think I'm going to stay up here. Nazeebo was missing, so maybe he did back. Maybe he was making his way down. Maybe I misspoke. Who knows? Who knows? We're not going to be able to, again, apply too much pressure here because Lunara is going to be able to punish us so bad if we take a step out in either direction. I'm going to take a very safe path to this tribute here and ping assist a few times, make sure the friendly team is on the way. Karazim's still down in the bottom lane, dealing with 2 members of the enemy team, so we should have numbers advantage for at least a moment. But of course, Lunara is a great character at poking in on things like this, so we can assume that she will move in with a vengeance. And here she comes, the Nazeebo wall of zombies going down. Let's try to poke at him a little bit. So each one of the projectiles in our Q ability does do independent damage. So even if we only land one of the projectiles, it can still deal a decent amount of damage. But of course, you want to land all 3 in order to really get the most value out of the ability. Rhaegar re-engaging. We're going to try to trade with this Leoric. We don't have an extremely high health pool, so he should be able to... you know, we're not a priority target for him. He should focus other characters. He's actually not getting much value out of putting his W on us. But we do lose another tribute. Looks like Karazim was out of position and was taken down. That's okay. That's okay. As you can see, when minions are around, it does become quite difficult to land your Q ability. We do land one there, of course, as I brought it up, but Lunara is doing a pretty good job of dancing in and out of the minion wave to dodge my Q poke. Danger Ping was called behind me. I'm not sure why. We are going to increase the damage of our Arcane Orb to distant targets. We already picked up the talent called Essence of Johan, which allows us to suck enemies in like a vacuum whenever we do land our W. And you can just see the beginnings of our damage potential on Rhaegar there, as we opened up on him just a little bit. And again, we're just going to try to poke from long range. Our talent at level 1, which is called Astral Presence, allows us to keep our mana up. Ooh, great. Yeah, great timing. Yeah, nailed it. Allows us to keep our mana up quite well throughout these altercations. We are now 2 levels behind the enemy team. They're getting most of their XP from actual kills. I mean, we're soaking pretty much the same, but we are significantly behind. And again, we're not in a position to take this over at all. The enemy team with the first curse of the game, first 3 tributes being taken by them. We do have a pretty good bottleneck here, which may allow me to do some significant damage to these guys under the right circumstances. Looks like Lunara is not going to cheese too far, and we should be fine. Let's make our way back up here. Again, I'm trying to play pretty safe in the early game. We are going to get some really big damage spikes at level 10, but of course we are behind in levels right now, so you have to keep that in mind. The enemy team is significantly more powerful than us at this moment. And there you go, landing the combo 1 time on Lunara is enough to chunk her health down to half. We just need to make sure we all stay healthy here. That's the most important thing. They're really not getting much done with this curse at all. Really not getting much done at all. We do have our W up in just a moment. Let's see if we can get a good one off here. Oh, we may be able to pick off the enemy team's Lunara. There we go. Or excuse me, the enemy team's Li-Ming. And Lunara. And Rhaegar. And Nazeebo. And that's what I'm talking about. Those power spikes, man. Those power spikes, man. We do miss the quadra kill, but it's so interesting how the tide of battle can change when a Li-Ming is on your team. All of a sudden, you know, you get 1 kill, you get 1 assist even. You don't even have to land the killing blow, and you can turn on a dime and really capitalize on a situation. Because of those 3 kills that I just picked up, it brought our team back in a competitive level range. We are level 10, the enemy team level 10 as well, although they're about a level ahead. We are going to go for Disintegrate at level 10, which is my favorite talents out of the 2. Now, there is an argument to be made that if you get Wave of Force, you can also get Archon at level 20, and then, hey, you can use both ultimates, and that's pretty cool, but I don't want to use both ultimates. I just want to use Disintegrate, and I don't want to have to wait 10 more levels to get it. Disintegrate is really, really cool. It's like the Lightning Breath from Diablo, but without the pesky wait time. You could just kind of point and click on an enemy and do some, you know, substantial damage. I wouldn't say it's life-ending damage by default, but when you combo everything in your kit together, or just miss it all like I just did, it can be pretty damn strong. We do pick up a kill on Lunara, which of course means that all of my spells are off cooldown again, including our ultimate, and we could just throw it out really aggressively on the enemy team. And just like that, we're starting to catch up. We're actually ahead on kills now because of these last 2 trades. That's the power that Li-Ming brings to the table. Really, really, really fun mage. Now, in the early game, we have built for that kind of long-range poke with our W and our Q ability. We are going to go for a more teleport focus as the game progresses. I was coming down to help, but it looks like the damage has already been done. Teleport is going to allow us to play really, really safe as the game progresses. That wasn't bad. 1 more combo and an ultimate. We'll be able to take Rhaegar down unless he ults. The enemy team is up top. So even small little obstacles like this, sometimes you can jump over them if you find the sweet spot. Sometimes you can't. So you really, really, really need to be careful when you're deciding where you're ulting. There we go. Just like that. Because Rhaegar was able to bait out the blink for the enemy team's Li-Ming, we were able to move in and deal a lot of damage. Karazim is making his way down to the bottom lane, but looks like he may be too late. No, he did interrupt. Good, 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 good. There we go. The 7-sided strike coming down on top of my ultimate as well. Unfortunately, an Ancestral Presence is going through... Oh, Ancestral Heal, rather. Whatever I just called it. That's not what it's called. Is going to be able to keep the enemy team's Rhaegar alive. Is it called... What is it called? I can't remember. It's just really, yeah, I was right. Lunara did chase me down, but ignored the slug that was right here. So that's a little unfortunate. Your success on Li-Ming is greatly dependent on your ability to position safely and aggressively at the same time. You want to be in a spot where you can easily run to your team for assistance, but you also want to be in a spot where if you decide to blink forward and in some lives, you're going to be able to easily do that. Now, glass cannon, 15% increased damage to you, but also 15% increased ability damage output. So you deal more damage and you also take more damage. Good talent. If you are confident in your ability to stay alive, we're in quick match, no voice comms whatsoever, not going to be going for glass cannon. We're going to play it pretty safe and go for teleport talents at level 13. Now this teleport talent does increase the range of our blink and allows us to, this is the one that allows us to, yeah. And if we get hit for 15% of our maximum health or higher at a single time, which is really, really easy to do when you're one of the squishiest heroes in the game, is going to allow us to get a free teleport off. So in the middle of fights, you can actually jump around quite a bit. That helps you survive more. It helps you secure more kills. Pretty well-rounded talent and really, really fun in general too. Now the enemy team did pick up a boss and it is now moving to the bottom lane. We do need to stay relatively safe here as we are trying to fight the enemy team. Oh, Lunara poking me down, and again, in an instant, she's able to do that meaningful damage to me, and she's coming in looking for a kill now, and my team just kind of ignored her. They let her jump right into the back line and kill me. We can't let Lunara jump on me like that. I was trying to position extremely defensively there. I was behind my entire team, and she just hopped into the back line and was able to take me down in an instant. And that's really why Li-Ming is balanced. It's because when things go wrong, when the enemy team capitalizes on mistakes you or your team makes, you will die in an instant. Looks like this boss isn't going to get too much done. Abathur unfortunately is being rooted. Hopefully he doesn't die. Oh no, little Abathur. Oh no. Is the enemy team getting that boss? Are we just, yeah, we're just giving that up. Okay, so come on guys. Head of the game. We can do it. We've just kind of been letting them walk over us this entire game. We've been like not putting up any semblance of a fight at any point, which is sad, which is pretty sad. Oh, mistakes were made, but don't worry. We can teleport out in just a moment. Come on, let me teleport. Come on, let me teleport. There we go. Leoric moving in with the vengeance. Here's my first disintegrate into a combo that's going to reset all of my spell cooldowns. And now we can turn on the enemy team's Li-Ming in an instant. Again, look at that damage output. Now turning on Rhaegar. The combo did miss, but we were able to pick up the assist, if not the killing blow there, and we can continue to chase. I know I have a talent. We are going to go for a shield on our teleport and take down the enemy team's Nazebo as well. That is some incredibly meaningful damage, and of course, while that was going on, the enemy team's Lunara was not present. She was picking up the curse. So, good. We've showed we can win a team fight still. Fantastic. We just need to have more of a priority on these objectives. We've let the enemy team get 2 bosses and 6 tributes in a row. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. We're not even putting up a fight for these. But of course, I have to go where the team goes. Because I'm such a, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a delicate hero, but because it's so easy to exploit my defenses, I have to go where the team goes. Let's just throw this out and see what happens. Okay, I can take that. Let's try to just stay out of the way of the enemy teams. Li-Ming, send out some Qs, poke at them as they're trying to chase us down. If Lunara does get overly aggressive, we should be able to capitalize. But that 20% movement speed increase that Lunara gets passively is going to help her out quite a bit as far as staying alive. The enemy team is missing. I guess we can... Oh, they are making their way down to bottom. Okay. Let's try to help out with this as much as we can from over the wall. The enemy team is moving in, though. I can help out a little bit. It's not a ton. It's not a ton. There we go. We got an assist. Now I can help out a ton. All of my cooldowns being reset is a pretty fucking big deal. Maybe we could chase down this Leoric player as well. Easy, easy, easy. I love I love the play style of whittling someone down, you know, playing cautious, just passive, I mean, not overextending, just really getting in poke damage. And then all of a sudden, boom, that switch flips and you just jump in and deal like apocalyptic amounts of damage. I loved that about Greymane, and I love it about Li-Ming too. Actually, very similar play styles, aside from the fact that they have vastly different abilities. The mentality of playing the character, I'm approaching it the same, and it's been really, really working out for me. Let's go ahead and get out of the way of those toads as they are coming in. The wall of zombies is going to catch Rhaegar, but he's going to be just fine. Leoric is pushing the top lane with some siege giants that the enemy team has taken over, and it looks like I was slowed down by some spiders. I don't know if anyone was chasing me or not. That was a just in case. That was a just in case arcane orb. Okay. Okay, here we go. Nice and safe. Yeah, we just need to press our advantage a little bit more. We're winning these team fights. We've proven time and time again that we can. We just need to go after these objectives. The only person I'm really scared on the enemy team is Lunara. I think characters that can gap close are going to be incredibly strong versus Li-Ming. They're definitely here. They're definitely there. We even see them leaving there for some reason. Interesting. Very interesting. So why'd they back off on boss? That doesn't make much sense. Nara looking for that positioning advantage. We're going to come in from the bottom here and try to poke her down just a little bit. W is off cooldown into a disintegrate. Didn't pick up any kills. That's okay. That's okay. We don't have to get a kill. Now that the enemy team is starting to die, now we get our kills. The enemy team, their Lunara did go for Diamond Skid as well. I like to go for Talrash's Elements here. Allows you to vastly increase your damage output at all times. We don't have to wait for our ultimate to deal this apocalyptic damage that we're able to dish out. But of course, you know, it would help. The other option at this level would be an upgrade to Disintegrate. I would say that's the best way to go. That would give Disintegrate a pretty substantial slow and allow you to control people in these fights significantly more. However, I like the increased damage all of the time and not just when I'm banking on an ultimate. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I am a little split from the enemy team, or from the friendly team here. Let's try to just reposition. Looks like we're just trying to flat out leave this fight, which is unfortunate. We do have the level 20 advantage. I do have full mana as well. Let's see if I can hit her before she even notices. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. We'll be fine. We can do this. I've trained. I've practiced. We can do this. We can do this. I'm not worried. Okay, that reset is going to be a bit problematic, but here we go. Rhaegar's here. He's going to keep me safe. I believe in him. I believe in my team. I believe in my team. Can we pick it up? Can we pick it up? I have Disintegrate in like 2 seconds. Oh, am I out of mana? It didn't cast. Oh well, we stopped him from getting boss. That was what we wanted to do. I got a funny ass kill on the enemy character. But again, the enemy team's Lunara is constantly split, just going for these objectives and punishing us. And we're not really pressing any advantage right now. Rexar is our only tank. He's our only front line, and when he's dead, it's pretty difficult for us to get bosses. Now, I guess Karazim could go in and just lifesteal for an eternity, and that would be okay. Again, they don't have their highest... wow, their Nazebo is actually putting out some incredibly high damage. We can't just keep walking around. We got to get something done. We got to get something done. The enemy team obviously knows we're here. I should actually probably position over on this side. Rexar is very awkwardly body blocking me there. I was like just out of auto. What is he doing? Just auto attack. What are you doing? But unfortunately, this does put us in a position where the enemy team is going to be safely down in the bottom lane, taking over their boss and grabbing yet again another curse completely uncontested. There have been, what, 8 curses this game, and they've gotten nearly all of them without us putting up a fight at all. Okay, I do have the healers by my side. Lunara is going to be pushed out that way. Let's just blink over here. Let's stay by Karazim. We didn't lose anyone there. Abathur's pushing top. Abathur did go for a... not really... he just kind of picked talents. Okay. He didn't go for a split push build. He didn't go for a Attack speed increase build. He didn't go for a mine build. He just picked one of each talent. Why not? Why not? And a mule that died. Cool. Alright, the enemy team is dealing with their golem. Well, I guess they're dealing with our golem when we're dealing with their golem. But yeah, it's just the pacing of this match. It's becoming quite frustrating. We're playing well, obviously. We have almost 100% kill participation and the highest damage output on our team, which is definitely to be expected when you look at our team comp. Oh my god, we're actually in a spot to get this. We're actually in a spot to get this. Okay, Karazim's farming middle. Lunara's top, the little sneaky bitch. The sneaky deer lady. Rhaegar could easily interrupt. Gonna blink out of the way of that. Try to poke our Q into that little choke point over there. Yeah, we're kind of waiting for the enemy team to just move into us a little bit too long, and then I'll be able to make my move. Oh my god, is that Lunara at the top of the screen? I'm starting to get a little split. Here we go, on Leoric. That should reset our cooldowns. I wonder if I was a little too late for that. No, I wasn't. Let's just poke the enemy team here. Didn't get much damage out there, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and gather the tribute while they are being chased off. This is our second tribute of the whole game. That's what I'm talking about. Moving in the right direction now, ladies and gentlemen. Moving in the right direction now. I would love, 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 love to get a kill here. So here we go. The minions are in the way, unfortunately. There we go, taking down the enemy team's Lunara instantaneously. It's one of those situations where she can punish me if I overstep, but I can definitely do the same to her. It's basically who strikes first is gonna come out on top there. Good root by Rhaegar is gonna set us up for yet another kill on the enemy team's Nazebo, and we are still trying to press our advantage here. No reason not to walk right into these towers and take them down, guys. Yes, towers do more damage now, 50% more damage than before, but still, this is definitely something we could act on with 2 healers and a Misha to tank it. You know what I'm saying? No reason not to be moving in on this at all. This is becoming quite frustrating. They're not pushing anything. They're not pushing anything. What's Abathur doing right now? Abathur unfortunately died at some point. Not too sure how that happened. The Disintegrate, probably not going to secure a kill, but we'll throw it out anyway. Try to blink out the enemy team's Li-Ming's aggression. And, you know, we basically waited long enough that the enemy team was able to come together, comprise themselves, and then defend that push because we were just dancing around for what felt like 15 seconds of indecisiveness. No one really moving in. I love to be the character that can make these forcible decisions, but when you have a health pool like Li-Ming's, it's a bit more difficult to do. Now, all of our abilities are off of cooldown, so I'm just gonna walk in and try to get this. Yes, Leoric, put your fucking W on me, Leoric. Yes, Misha did interrupt the arcane. See, what is that? Where is everybody? Where is everybody? What are you doing? Uh-oh, Karazim, super deep fighting the enemy team. We do see him use the 7-sided strike to try to stay alive. I don't know how much success he's gonna have with it, though. Our cooldowns have been reset. Let's try to open up on Lunara here. We do a catastrophic amount of damage. And now blinking in after the enemy team, bringing up our talents on accident. Close talents. Oh, that talent window cost me a kill there, man. Cost me a fucking kill. 3 seconds until I can orb again. Mana fun's getting pretty fucking low, so I'm just gonna disengage, get the curse, and we can finally push against the enemy team, right, friends? Yes! 20 seconds until the giant is up, so we can get some sizable pushing done, and then come back and get the giant. Leoric and Lunara are dead. I'm gonna ping for assistance middle because we have a minion wave already pushed there. Looks like Abathur doing some pretty good pushing down to the bottom lane. Good, good, good. We didn't get a curse until the 23-minute mark, but it looks like we're gonna make this curse count. And again, with Li-Ming, I wonder how many times I've called her Lunara this video on accident. I think it's starting to add up. With Li-Ming, you have really, really low cooldowns, so you should not be afraid to use them. Like, if you want to cast an ability, go right ahead. That's you, man. That's you. You got it. Looks like we were able to get the bottom keep. I would really love to get the middle keep as well. Rhaegar is dead. We do have numbers advantage. Let's just try to stay safe. Let's push on my way. Karazim not here. And again, no one's fucking attacking a building. Hit the building. What are you doing? Oh, I'm so upset. I'm coughing. I'm so upset. I'm coughing. Okay. All right. There we go. The front line moving in. Now, Karazim typically not a front line. Rhaegar not a front line. But in this team comp, you better believe that they are the ones making the decisions. Okay. Great. Fantastic. That was a good curse. Fantastic curse. Just the indecisiveness here is not optimal. But you know what? We're going to make it work. So is this a bait for us to get the kill? That spell shield is so strong on Lunara there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do too much here. I don't know why Abathur was on a watch point in the first place, if I'm totally honest. Lots of damage going on to the back line of the enemy team now. I'm going to try to flank around, see if I can... Whoa, that's a full health Lunara right there. That is a full health Lunara right there, and that's not something I want to deal with. Looks like we are disengaging. Should be fairly easy to do. Don't come this way. There's a laser. Yeah, that worked. Okay. You know, Disintegrate doesn't do a ton of damage by itself. The idea is that you combo it in with everything else that you have in your arsenal. We're just jumping right into a boss. Okay, all right. I don't mind if you're being decisive and you're taking control. If you're wearing the pants, Rexar, I'm totally okay with your shot call, man. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth. I need someone to take the reins. You know what I'm saying? When I'm not playing a warrior, that's who I always look to for play calling, the warrior player. That may not be the right thing to do. Wow, they were able to disengage, get across the map, and kill that boss really, really quickly. Actually, I'm quite surprised. Can I jump over this? Maybe? No. Okay. Well, I mean, as far as the two teams, they definitely have the higher damage numbers. The enemy team's Nazebo putting out 130k damage versus this massive amount of healing that we're able to do. Rhaegar, of course, just received a buff. He's able to deal some more damage, put some more healing numbers out as well, a bit more mana efficient. The enemy team's Lunara was the one who took that camp over. She also took the vision on the bottom of the map. I'm gonna ult. Unfortunately, I ulted inside of roots. I think we can keep this alive. We gotta kill this too. I'm just gonna blink right in front of them. Hopefully they focus me. The enemy team did get a curse, but we should be able to defend just fine. We still have all of our buildings up, and they are all on their side of the map currently defending. So I feel okay about this. I feel like we're still poised. We're still in a decent spot to really respond to anything that the enemy team does. We should be fine. Okay. Okay. Daham? What is that? What's Daham? Alright, the enemy team's Lunara right on our front door. Everyone for the enemy team now at the front door. Alright, I'm just gonna start poking. Just gonna start poking with some Qs, man. Start poking with some Qs and Ws. Lunara did move to the top. It looks like Rhaegar is trying to chase her off. Just a little too far out of range, but we are now moving in as the enemy team was split up. Not too much of a push. Looks like we're trying to stay pretty reserved here. Really, once they start to get low, that's when we should start to move in. That's when we should really start to push hard. Like this. There we go. There's the first kill. We're going to try to focus Li-Ming here. Never mind. Nazebo. Leoric is glued to me right now. Unfortunately, I am going to be taken down by the enemy team's Lunara right in the middle. Okay, never mind. I thought our healers were there. The healers split off and they were chasing kills really hard. I won't say anything. What's done is done. Whatever. It was a judgment call that they made. That's fine. But our supports obviously should be keeping me alive, as I'm basically the only source of our damage output, doubling the second place on our team. Now, that was a very, very favorable trade. We did trade 1 for 3. We only lost 1 building during the curse, and we are now poised to take even more land away from the enemy team as long as they hurry. Taking this mercenary camp doesn't mean much when you could just walk in and kill the building yourself that's below half health. Yes, buildings do more damage now. Abathur died to Lunara again. Yes, buildings do more damage now. Should you be afraid of buildings? Not when you have 2 supports and 2 tanks. You have Rexar and Misha right there, ready to soak up damage. Definitely a bad play call. They essentially just wasted their time there. And didn't capitalize on the fact that we had a significant numbers advantage prior to our Abathur dying in the bottom lane. I'm not sure why he was here anyway. It's not like his locusts are going to be pushing anything in that position. The friendly team is going to be pushed out of that mercenary camp. Not too much of a big deal. They are clumped up perfectly. Here we go. I'm just going to try to deal as much damage as I can here. 7-sided strike did come out. We didn't secure any kills there. All of my combo went out as well. Didn't secure any kills. I'm going to try to blink away here. Try to stay safe. We are just out of range of the enemy team's Li-Ming's disintegrate. And again, such a short cooldown on our abilities allows us to be so mobile. The enemy team is going to pick up this tribute, but again, does that tribute matter? Absolutely not. The core is under attack right now, but it's not an alarming amount of aggression or anything. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh my god, the shields. The shields were enough to keep me alive. You know, and maybe it had something to do with care. I'm actually dying to spiders now. Thank you. Thank you, healers. Thank you. Oh man, that jump ultimate is actually a really good counter to my build right now. A really good counter. Looks like the 7-sided strike wasn't able to secure anything. Lunara's looking for blood, man. Look how aggressively she's positioning now. She wants it. Come on, Lunara. Jump in there. Come on. We do have Misha back again, getting a good stun on the enemy team's Rhaegar. Here we go. Lunara way overextended. We were able to get 2 kills there. 3 kills. Yes. And now we should win the fucking game. We should win the game. Win the game. So much indecisiveness this game, but we've been really good at winning these team fights. We're letting the enemy team push into us, which is where our strength comes from because we have such huge heals on our team. Perfect. Oh, just a little too short. Just a little too short. Rhaegar going in is going to be able to pick up a kill with the help of Karazim. On top of that, Nazebo, and here we go. Here we go. We're going to win the video game. Whew. That one was pretty back and forth. That one was pretty back and forth, but we came out on top. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, the face cam will be returning lately. I've been feeling just super under the weather these past couple of weeks. I'm sure you may have noticed that the upload rate has slowed down pretty substantially. I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back in order. You know, my sleep schedule is never good, but usually it's manageable, and I'm going to try to work on that, you know, the next week or so. So still going to be uploading, but I'm trying to do it in the most time-effective way possible, so when I have high energy, I'm just going to hit play and you know, try to knock videos out. Anyway, our talents this game. This is what I would recommend if you're playing Li-Ming for the first time. Really, really, really good. Really good. I've had a lot of success with this in my preliminary testing. You go for Astral Presence at level 1. This pretty much ensures that you will very, very rarely have mana problems at any point in the game. Essence of Johan, fantastic form of crowd control. Anything that your W hits will be forced into the middle of the circle when it impacts. Really, really good. Allows you to combo really well with your Disintegrate as well. Increase damage to further away targets. I don't think this one's necessary, but I definitely like it with this build. Disintegrate, just for that pinpoint accurate damage that that at least I really, really love. Illusionist is great for your survivability as long as you remember to continue to teleport, and becomes even better when you pick up Diamond Skin. I didn't talk about my level 20 pick much. Your abilities benefit from 20% bonus damage as long as they aren't cast twice in a row. This is the crown that you were seeing above my abilities. The one that was missing a crown was the ability that I had just cast. So what that means is as long as you combo your abilities, you just deal 20% more damage. Which goes really, really well with if you wanted to pick up Glass Cannon at 13. It just stacks insanely well with that. But again, we wanted to keep ourselves a little bit safer, and Illusionist is a fantastic talent to do that. So thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time.